up, MP? These cheeseheads are something else. Let's quiet them down.
Look out there, MP.
Look out there, MP.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team.
Again for the Bucks. Kevin Porter comes in for Gary Trent. And the Bulls making a change here as well. MP's checked in. And recently, MP came out and stressed that he doesn't take these rivalry games too lightly. Winning these games is a big-time priority for him.
And I like the fact that MP set this goal. Not only does it serve to light a fire under his teammates, it also connects him more deeply to the fans because we know how much they care about beating their rivals.
Hearing scouts talk about MP before the draft, the one concern they had was his hesitation to take over games himself.
And I think that's just how MP is wired, right? He's always been a team-first player, even if that means sacrificing his own shot a bit too often.
So for Chicago right now, Dosunmu is out there with Kobe White. Then it's Buzelis. Then it's MP. And it's Vucevic in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the inside scoop on MP, and I mean inside, let's send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. We know that everybody knows the history between these two teams, all those knockdown, drag-out battles. So I asked MP if he was going to take the high road tonight and try to stay above the fray. He said just the opposite. These guys always show us disrespect. We're going to grind it out and teach them a lesson. Get your popcorn ready. Kevin.
Got it right here, DA. I'm going to start chopping it down. Familiarity, though, right? Breeding contempt here. MP, no good.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And stolen by Kuzma. It's Porter outside, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Bucks lead by... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bucks?
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. A lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's... Oh, Giannis up high and down hard.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Giddey finds MP, shoots a three. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist. Giddey's got his third assist on the night. Milwaukee in the lead. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Driving in. The shot by Rollins, no good. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one. And here's MP for three. Another three for Chicago.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Down low. And Green gets it to go. And the Bucks lead by one.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
MP deciding where to go with it. Launches a three, sinks the triple. Giddey's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Giddey. Rollins, pass to Giannis. Bucks passing it around, and a wide-open look for Portis. Rebound by Smith.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Now Herter fires the three. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Trent's checked in for Kevin Porter. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Rollins. Lopez, a screen on White. Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Dosunmu. Kuzma against MP. Just 5 to shoot from beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Bucks. Trent outside, fires the three. Kuzma can't get it to go. And here is MP. Oh, MP makes it look easy.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
A wide open look here for Kuzma. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And for a 7-footer, Brook Lopez is pretty versatile. You get all the defensive impact you'd expect, but he can also consistently score on all 3 levels.
Hey, Brett, where would you rank the Lopez brothers as the best NBA siblings?
Well, they've had storied careers, both of them. Certainly in terms of the argument about the best twins to ever play the game, you could make an argument for them. You had, of course, Tom and Dick Van Arsdale in the 60s, Horace and Harvey Grant in the 90s. But what the Lopez brothers have been able to do, not in terms of their longevity, but in terms of their contribution to their teams, both very different. These guys have to be up there.
Trent setting the pick for Lillard. The shot, no good. White with the defensive effort.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Vucevic with the bucket.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot.
And for those of you just tuned with some changes. Portis comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Porter subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. The Bulls also changing it up. Zach Collins checked in for Vucevic. Smith comes in for...
Okay. Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. And Brent the Bucks last season bowing out in the first round. And the injuries they sustained sure didn't help.
Well, there's just so much, Kevin, that is on the shoulders of Giannis. So to see him go down, with that, the hopes of a Milwaukee title run. It's a reoccurring theme that we talk about every year. You got to be healthy in the playoffs, and these guys have just had players that they rely upon not be ready.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldrich. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Trent gets the bucket.
Well, if you're not outside, you got to be inside. Nice touch by Gary Trent Jr.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. To the paint. Kicks it out to Collins. Off target with his three. Here's Porter. And another basket for Milwaukee.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
White the pass to MP. Takes the three. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Bulls. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Kevin Porter is out there with Rollins. And it's Green in at the small forward position. And it's Green missing. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. The Bulls leading by 14. Giddey kicks to MP. Wants to get it to Herter and does. The 3 from MP. That's good, and so Giddy with the assist. MP's got 9 points now in just the second half. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Trent's checked in for Green. And Chicago also making a switch. Osumu, he's checked in for Jalen Smith. Giannis rips it down.
Dominating in effortless fashion. This is what Giannis does on a consistent basis.
MP outside. Inside. Giddy kicks to Herter. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. A 3 from MP. Porter pulls it in. Bucks trail by 15. And here's Trent outside. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
And again, just taking the greatness for granted here. Amazing sequence from Giannis.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. To the inside. And finished off by Collins.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Here's Rollins. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Porter. Back to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
So hard to stop down low. Giannis gets around the basket and it feels like within 8 feet he's going to dunk just about anything.
And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Porter. And Lillard subbed in for Rollins. Then for the Bulls, Vucevic checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Kevin Herter. And it's Kobe White in for Dosunmu.
And the instincts on the glass. Love how Vucevic tracks these misses down and then able to convert.
Trent outside. Here's Kuzma. No good with the triple.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
And there's the bucket from MP.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Here's Lillard. Nice defense from Giddy.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Driving to the basket. The 3 from MP. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Bucks trail by 21.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
This team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Now this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Lopez kicks to Trent. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And so it's Giddy with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. White, bounce pass. It's Solomon to Antetokounmpo. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Nice find by Lillard. He deserves some recognition for that kind of passing.
Smooth sailing for Chicago. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Vucevic finds MP. Buzelis with the ball. Outside White. Now here's Giddy. That one good for 2.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
Welcome in to the Jalen Murphy Show. I'm your host, Jalen Murphy. I know more about sports than you do.
That's debatable.
Watch your mouth, Russ. We've got a great show for you today, starting off with a brand new segment, Trash Talk Do's and Don'ts.
Oh, I'll start. Don't tell people how to trash talk when you were a seventh man with a rickety jump shot and the handle of a precocious fourth grader.
Okay. Do keep your mouth shut if you spent most of your career waving towels at the end of the bench.
You know what? You've been selling me short since college, man. How about this? We could have won a championship, but you looked me off to take a double-team 30-footer at the buzzard, buddy.
For the last time, Russell, you weren't open.
I was open.
Guys,
I was open. I was wide open.
Just, if I may, can I just say, wowzers. I'm so looking forward to learning from both of you. And more data is always important, even when it's something as unquantifiable as trash talk.
Shut it, Toby!
Okay.
Let's start the segment. Don't trash talk if you can't back it up. There's nothing worse than writing checks with your mouth that your game can't cash.
That's what I'm saying. Not only does it make you look like a clown, but it demoralizes your teammates.
You'd know all about demoralizing your teammates, wouldn't you, Russ?
Oh, you would like to think so, except that my basketball skills were so superior to yours my entire career that you couldn't even hold a candle to me, Jalen.
Guys, if I may, just to put some perspective on this, there are only 525 athletes in the NBA at any given moment. And
Okay.
FIBA estimates there are 450 million basketball players worldwide.
Wow.
Which means you're in the top 99.9% of players by just being in the NBA alone, that's a pretty impressive stat, Jalen.
Toby.
Yes?
Enough.
Oh.
You already won the lottery by marrying my sister. There's no need to suck up to Russell like this. It's unseemly.
I'm not sucking up. I want to make sure everyone feels like they have value, and I'm just following the data and seeing where the facts lead. You know what?
Shut it, Toby.
Okay.
Do keep your trash talk about the game. We're all competitors here, but there's no need to bring up family, friends, or physical attributes. In other words, show some class.
Jalen, you literally just brought up my wife.
Yes, Toby, but I did it with class. And besides, this is television, not basketball. Anything goes.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
I've talked to people with knowledge of the situation, and they say that MP will be inserted into the starting lineup over the next few games. One front office executive from around the league said there is some doubt about MP's readiness to be in the starting lineup, but around the team, the front office, the coaching staff, they are optimistic and they believe that every milestone has been attained by MP, and he will only be better with an expanded role.
MP's an elite shooter already. To come into the league and knock down threes like that, I'm impressed.